Hello everyone, this is Dakota here from LED Gameable, and I'm bringing you a team deathmatch on C-Town using my Scar L Silence class. This is a really nice class to use. I love the Scar. It is a very good assault rifle, and it was my favorite assault rifle in Modern Warfare 2 when I first started off. Just to point that out. And today I'm going to be talking about YouTube commentary tips if you want to get into the industry. I'd have to say the whatever you want to call this hobby. This is actually part 2 because I have a part 1 and some people had some more questions, which is great. I love that, people asking me things and I can respond. I love interacting with the community is what I'm trying to say, and that's awesome. I'm glad someone did that. Now I can tell you some more tips. And he asked, what are the recording, like your setup, basically. He asked me my setup, and I've probably said this in commentaries before, and I'm gonna say it again if you guys have already heard it. Whatever. Stop being a little whore. To record, I started out, okay, I'm gonna give some tips that I gave in the first one to start out. I started out small, as in small meaning I had no fans. Of course, nobody has fans when they first start out, unless they were famous prior and then they make a new channel, whatever. But you start out with equipment that's not that expensive, but still works. For example, I use the Dazzle DVC100, I believe is the name. The Dazzle. It does standard definition recording. So if you check out my older videos, like Black Ops videos, the resolution wasn't that great. It's only like, I rendered it into HD, but that still doesn't make it that much better. So you want to start out with something small and that's not that expensive, and just use that and maybe a microphone that's on your laptop if you have one, or a headset such as Turtle Beaches or something like that. That should work out fine. And after that, you want to get the good footage. You don't want to put up crap. You want to put something at least decent. And once you have that done, you need, actually prior to getting the decent footage, you need recording software, which you can do with some researching on YouTube. I'm not going to give you specific recording software. I found this weird stuff that worked out with the Dazzle fine. And after that is the editing software. After you capture it, you need to edit it. I use Camtasia Studios and Sony Vegas Pro for a montage I'm editing. Nintendo wink wink, oink oink. That's an inside joke between me and my friend. Anyways, I use Sony Vegas for bigger projects like that, and Camtasia Studios for normal videos like this one, because after you make it, the file is compressed to a smaller size so it can upload faster to YouTube, but it is still the nice resolution. But it is a very expensive software, and there are other ways of getting software which are not legal per se. I'm not going to tell you how, but if you know about it, you can do that if you'd like, but I stopped doing that because it's bad. I'll actually talk about that in another video. Oh! I totally forgot, guys. You're probably wondering, wow, who is this guy? Or, well, I make gaming videos, obviously, but if you were a fan before and noticed that I was gone for a really long time, I was grounded because I got some bad grades. Actually, one grade in particular, because I started degaffing and whatnot and just focusing a lot more on YouTube and not focusing on school. And school is important, and you really need to focus on it. So I'll talk about that in another video. Whenever I'm can't speak. Whenever I'm giving out my ideas and videos and whatnot, it makes me think of other ideas for more commentaries, and I'm doing hand gestures as if you can see me, but I know you can't. But I always think of other ideas, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about this, which I can segue into another tip. You want to know what you're talking about, because I had this issue today, actually. I started recording a Let's Play of Dead Island, and I could not think of anything whatsoever to say. I was like, yeah, that's a suitcase, and I'm a guy, and there's a zombie, and you gotta have something to say, first of all. Once you have a topic that you can talk about, make sure it's interesting, or if it's something philosophical and educational, that's nice. I like watching those videos. It's actually a commentary that I watch. Well, I don't really watch it. I'm getting off track. you gotta have the content, okay? That's the most important. You gotta have the good videos. It doesn't have to be the best quality when you first start out. And to continue on my setup, now I have an HD PVR gaming edition which records 1080i resolution, Xbox 360, Blue Snowball microphone, the editing software, capture software that came with the HD PVR, and my controllers and video games. That's my setup. Maybe I'll do a setup video one day with a normal camera. If it gets requests, I'll do that. And so that's to answer your question, young sir, of the name. Let me pull up his name really quick for you guys. Okay. So, here's some extra tips that weren't in the first video. You want your content to be good, obviously. So, as I was saying before, you need to know what you're saying. You can't get tripped up like I do all the time and forget what you're trying to say. If you want to do a Let's Play, I find it's hard to focus on the game and talking about something interesting. Try to do it with a friend, because whenever I do the Minecraft Let's Play, which is something that I'm going to be uploading soon, I have like 20 episodes with Lucas, it's a lot easier to talk about things because we can just bounce ideas back and forth from each other, opposed to doing it alone and trying to focus on the game as well as the commentary being good. So that's a pro tip for commentating. Another tip is try to be unique. You want to do a series or something different. Don't do everything that's the same as all the other commentators, but it is impossible to be completely different than everyone because there are so many. You have to have some things that are the same, obviously. And try not to spam people on YouTube. It's not particularly, it's not illegal per se. I say per se a lot. It's not illegal. What's a better word? It's not, I want to say wrong. It is wrong. It's kind of wrong. It's frowned upon. So you might not want to do that. You might get some enemies if you do stuff like that. So don't spam people's videos, like commenting saying, "Hey, check me out, guys. I'm different." You know, you've seen those comments if you're looking into commentating. And another tip is you need to get your priorities straight first. Make sure that you're able to make videos. You don't want to get into making videos and then make promises to your crowd and telling them you're going to do this, this, and that, and then not be able to follow through. People love it when you follow through and you actually do things. So you need to set the time aside to make the videos. And on top of that, you want to make sure that your videos are, how do I word this? Sorry guys, my audio cut out. And to wrap up, I want to say with a lot of problems that I face are technical problems. You want to make sure that everything is compatible with all the stuff, whether it's hardware or software. You want the files to be compatible with your editing software, and then you don't want them to be super big files. You want to be able to have them compressed so you can upload to YouTube faster, unless your internet connection is awesome and you don't mind uploading 4 GB videos, which is totally cool. But the person asked, his name is Hugo5T1GL1TZ. Okay, that's odd. 2 different people asked me questions. That's awesome. I love that, guys. Okay, so he asked me, or he was saying that he almost went with Sony Vegas, but he went with Roxio, and it's a pain. So you want to look up tutorials. Tutorials help a lot on how to do software tricks and whatnot like that. That's a big thing, is looking up tutorials. That's awesome. And if you do take ideas from people, such as a series or something, try to give them credit. I know I've stated that before in the other video. You want to give them credit so you don't feel like a content stealing douche. So that's another pro tip. And to wrap up with this video, give me any advice and feedback. Tell me what you want to listen to. Tell me what kind of videos you want to see. I'm thinking about doing a challenge series where you guys give me a class setup or a challenge to do in a game type, and I will record it live and you'll see my crazy reactions, because I do freak out and yell a lot when I play Call of Duty, because I am a sore loser and I'm not the greatest player, so I get ticked off a lot, actually. And today's my birthday, guys. Well, March 15th is. And that is when I'm recording. It's about to be March 16th, but whatever. So happy birthday to me, as if you guys cared. And thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the gameplay was good. It was okay. It was kind of a slower one, but until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.